Hello, I'm Carolyn Calton, a self-worth and relationship revitalization educator and coach. I help you heal the heartache, perhaps hidden heartache, in yourself, your family, or family lines. Much of that heartache may come from your feeling disconnected from knowing who you really are and wondering what purpose your life holds. Perhaps you'd like to build your life on a stable, secure foundation, rather than feeling like you're walking on shifting sand. Then you're in the right place. Come as you are. I welcome you. Dr. Ron Newsom, who organized the information I'll discuss with you today, was my mentor, colleague, and trusted friend who helped men and women rediscover their true identity and help them know how to live principles that lead to lasting happiness. I'm both privileged and blessed to carry on his life's work of adding both a light and a compass, so to speak, to those who may be lost in a sea of uncertainty, who may be wandering without purpose or direction, or who have never been taught the principles that lead to lasting happiness. Before his passing on September 28th in 2017, in his own words, he said, "My eternal quest is to gain a celestial perspective of who I am and my place in this glorious universe. I invite you to join me in this adventure." End quote. Since his passing, I now extend the same invitation to you. Please join me in this great adventure of self-discovery as we unlock principles that can set your heart free to experience greater happiness and peace. I will mostly use Ron's words with a few of my own, interjected for clarity, to teach the concepts I embraced and consistently lived because of his teachings since 1996, when my own life felt like it was totally falling apart and I desperately needed a set of mental guides as a reminder of where a stable, secure foundation would be. Join me now as we discuss principles that can set your heart free from the pain and shame you may be carrying. I believe that within our nature, there are three basic motivational desires or needs. One, I have a desire to be myself, to discover who I am, my true identity. I have power and free will, or agency, to make choices. Two, I have a desire to learn, mature, and progress spiritually, intellectually, emotionally, and physically. I am responsible and accountable for my agency, and I will accept the consequences for the choices I make. Three, I have a deep desire to connect or bond securely with others. I do this by learning how to develop safe, stable relationships. It is not good for us to be alone in the world. In this presentation, I will use the term man to represent all persons, regardless of gender. A comparison of the single-minded man versus the double-minded man would indicate that the single-minded man is happy, confident, and stable in all his ways. He is self-regulated with positive relationship interactions. These qualities are indicated. He is grounded in reality, adapts quickly to environmental changes, is mature, responsible, accountable. He has integrity, meaning he's honest with himself and others. He's committed to serving others, understands true principles, and has good relationship skills. He is loving, compassionate, and patient. We are all double-minded at times. The double-minded man is insecure. He has an unstable value system. He's mentally and emotionally confused. Physically, he has problems. He's unstable in a changing environment, immature, not responsible and accountable. He lacks integrity, is not honest with self and others, and is self-focused, prideful, not stable in living consistent with true principles. He has poor relationship skills, takes and gives offense, and is impatient, quick to anger. Are you double-minded? In the Bible, in James chapter 1, verse 8, we read, "The double-minded man is unstable in all his ways." The emotional turmoil created from being double-minded results in depression, self-defeating behaviors, obsessive-compulsive behavior and thoughts. This man does not stay on task and has a variety of physical ailments, such as difficulty sleeping and aches and pains. As you can see, our whole mental, emotional, and physical system is under stress. A double-minded man has departed from his true self and is unhappy. With all this stress, how do you return to rediscovering your true self and to a state of happiness and inner peace? How do you build on a solid foundation? The Happiness Proaction Plan is designed for you to have a simple set of principles and mental guides to help you achieve happiness in your life while building on a secure foundation of time-tested principles. My intent is to present to you a comprehensive plan for you to gain total physical, mental, and spiritual perspective of who you are. The plan is separated into two sections. On the side, we will discuss the principles of happiness. And on the next slide, you will begin to see the sequence of actions associated with those principles. The first and second principle is based on the principle of agency. We each have the capacity for independent action and choice. You have the power to choose for yourself and not to be acted upon, except when you act in opposition to truth and physical laws of the universe, or when someone else does. There are consequences for every choice you make, either positive or negative. The same applies to everyone. As we learn to choose wisely, line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little and there a little, we can anticipate positive outcomes. The third principle of the Happiness Proaction Plan is stewardship. Shakespeare said, "To thine own self be true, and it follows the night, the day, thou canst not be false to any man." Stewardship is the continual productive accountability for your own choices and to all those who you associate with within your sphere of influence. The second section of this slide deals with faith in action, power, progression, peace, and happiness. I am responsible and accountable for my choices, for my thoughts, feelings, actions, desires and habits, values and beliefs. Pride in action is not taking responsibility for my actions. This leads to helplessness, destruction, sorrow, and misery. The Happiness Proaction Plan is the perpetual renewal of these principles, which leads to self-discovery. By using this plan, you will learn through your own experience that your happiness is your choice. As you explore this graphic, you will notice thoughts, feelings, and actions as indicated by the letters T, F, and A across the center of the chart. In your search for self-discovery, reflect on these words from Proverbs 23, verse 7. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Our thoughts, feelings, and actions influence our values, attitudes, and beliefs. From our thoughts and feelings, we make choices in the now. In other words, in the present moment. Our habits are a result of prior choices. We have phenomenal power to process these influential factors in milliseconds prior to making a decision of action, which becomes part of our reality experience. We are a complex, magnificent system greater than the universe we see in the sky. As we progress, we experience the dynamic interaction between our thoughts, feelings, actions, desires, values, and beliefs, as well as opposition within each of those areas. In your search for self, it's critical that you build a positive mental and emotional foundation on which to base all decisions. It is the way you live true to who you really are, your true self. Your happiness depends on doing the right thing for the right reason now. Therefore, we have provided you with this comprehensive Happiness Proaction Plan, which we invite you to experience. If you would like to create lasting change by integrating these principles into your daily habits, I invite you to check out my Renew You classes and membership circles at familytreequest.com for more information on my class trainings and support. If you'd like to take a deeper dive into the principles taught in the Happiness Proaction Plan, be sure to see when our next In Search of Self class will be held. I'm here to support you as you create positive change in spite of obstacles, and celebrate and champion you as you act upon your desire to leave your life story as good or better than you found it. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I hope we can connect together again soon. If you're watching this on YouTube, please be sure to subscribe, like, and share.